Yep.
Yes.
who organized to find resistance with a big old forest giant. It was great. It was great. And now you're on the way back to report and get your sweet, sweet payment.
Correct.
While this is all being taken care of, your good friend, what's he called? Your Natherson and Ord Walker will stay behind to mount the guerrilla resistance to keep this forest as busy as possible, so that you can go and do what needs to be done. They wish you the best of luck.
And we wish them the best. To
Yeah,
them as well.
kill as many goblins as you can for me.
Oh, Mr. Natherson does have some advice for you, though. He happens to know of a population, since you're planning to help out, presumably. He's making assumptions here, but I don't recall how much was actually agreed upon formally. He does happen to know of, if you want to get some easy transport, he knows of some elves who live in the Black Fens who happen to have these massive owls. If you befriend them, they might give you some, and that make it a lot easier to get around.
Correct.
He does, however, also include little advice that they're a little xenophobic, so you're going to have to put your best leg forward and show nothing but respect and a willingness to cooperate. But hey, free carrier owls. Besides that, you're always welcome in the Witchwood if you ever want to go and hunting or something. And with a pat on the back, it's time to go back through the Witchwood, unless you have something you want to do or some place you specifically wish to visit.
Well, I had a suggestion, but that was a little suicidal, so I'm going to rescind that.
Yeah, I love suicidal missions. What was that again?
I wish to get some knowledge from the necromancer.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
It is not.
The Necro who?
You want to talk to
Knowledge,
that
remember?
the ghost lord?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Delightful.
It sort of sounds from this map that the ghost lord is sort of working with the goblins, or has a tact-turn alliance or some kind, or at least they tolerate each other. So I don't really know if he's gonna help you per se.
Probably not.
Well then. Well, I mean, I'm just talking about going back to Drellin's Ferry, specifically.
Yes, correct.
Which the Ghost Lord will not intervene with. It would take you 2 days to get back to Drellin's Ferry. A straight walking. A straight Christopher walking here. I'm going to put this all aside so I can actually... Man, I have no space to put anything lately. Ugh. There. Just wipe this off a bit. It's all dusty and covered up. It's schmutzig. Sehr schmutzig. Marvelous. Let's see if anything happens along these fine 2 days. No. Been very lucky on the road so far. I guess the loud clanging dwarf just scares everything off.
Okay, nothing wants to come out and fight me.
Well, don't worry. With the way things are going, the goblins will come to you.
If you're feeling lonely, I can fight you.
Sparring match.
We train in the morning.
Well, kids, welcome back to Drellin's Ferry. When you arrive in town, Jonderly, someone immediately runs ahead to tell about your arrival, but since you have to go on the ferry to get to where Wiston is, it's not like it helps.
We're on the same ship. Yes.
You don't even have to pay for the ferry, because there's a clear understanding that you're bringing important news. And Wiston would be very annoyed if you were held up because of financial consequences, which is to say, they're going to ask Wiston if he will cover the charges. Wink.
Yeah, you may want to move your ferries down.
Someone's drilling, excuse me. All right. Where do I want to be? Here we go. Once you've been in town for a moment, Wiston almost immediately manages to find you. Unless you're to any particular activities, you will be found in less than an hour for him to have a little chit-chat with you. To be specific, he will meet up with you in the inn's common room, which I don't immediately recall from the top of my head, but you've been there before, and now you're here again. Nora Wiston will be there. Captain Serrano will be present. An individual will introduce himself as the Lorazan, the master of the livery stable. I think that's that's a human. The lady, ex-adventurer, that kind of type. And there's the lady who runs the Old Bridge Inn, Kellen. They're all present. And they're all sitting across from you at the biggest table they can muster. The inn's been closed down temporarily so they can have this private conversation since they get the feeling something big happened with how long that took. And, you know,
Yes.
how you look like you came back with more than you left with.
There is a hobgoblin army standing right behind the bridge. Fortunately for us, they're delayed by a little bit because we destroyed the bridge.
God damn it, why is it so bright outside? Sun, why are you so bright? I can't see my screen, it's so white. Be gone, evil sun. Thank you. Ah. I don't know what they're drilling for, but they sure are drilling. Well, other than the army, what happened out there? Anything else? Just a few friendly neighbors coming to knock by.
Well, I'm going to fill them in on what has happened. We've met the giant. We've met the ranger. We've met the hobgoblins that tried to kill us. And we've also delayed the advance of the
Oh yeah,
by
there's a lot
a couple
more
of days.
than we thought.
There's
I
still
mean,
twin
I like-
tusks in the wood. And you've dealt with the hobgoblins by the sounds of it, the little encampment.
Oh, yeah. Little is not the word to use. I mean, if it was little, I wouldn't be coming back. I would be in there still killing goblins. But I hate to say it, but it looks like there's more goblins than even I can kill.
Oh, it's a 100 or so, right? Nothing too bad. We don't have to do anything too
No, more like a few thousand, at least.
This old man, who's already a bit pale from age, turns a beautiful snow white.
Then Olaf reaches into his bag and he pulls out that map of his that he has and says, "Yeah, we did manage to kill one of their leaders. He talked a lot of shit, but yeah, we killed him. And he had this on his person or in his personal effects, and it sort of looks like a little plan to burn your entire cities to the ground.
Oh,
Starting with this one."
You can tell that he starts to like, oh, this doesn't say any of that, and then Serana leans in and goes, "Listen, this is a little bit more than nothing. This is a very concrete attack plan."
So we bought you guys a couple days. We destroyed that bridge. I know that's probably not the best thing, but
it's just hobgoblins, right? And Whiston almost immediately, the second you mentioned the bridge, did you have to? We need that bridge.
Yeah, I realize that that's bad for trade, but what I figure is you guys could just buy stuff from the dwarves instead. You know, we're good craftsmen.
When he says that is just a hobgoblin, Argus just points outside at the corpse of the dragon strapped to the cart.
Oh yeah, they had a little baby dragon. We killed it, and some
There's more
hellhounds, and mentioned they're allying with the ghost lord or some shit like that.
Lady Serana, who seems to have her wits about her way more than anyone else here. Even Kellen definitely understands that this might be a situation where she's going to have to abandon her place. Dolora, however, the human, the lady who owns the livery and is an ex-adventurer, definitely looks like, yeah, sounds like retirement's going to be interesting. There's something I want to pull up very specifically, which is how much money you were actually promised.
Yeah.
Thank you, Drill.
Technically, we could go back to an old video.
No, I specified it according to what was here. I think it was 500 each.
Oh, it agreed.
Sounds reasonable.
In that case, you will be given about 2,500 total, which Serana has in a big old bag and shoves it over to you. Politely, of course. She's not like forcing it into your hands or anything. She seems to be polite more than anyone. Kellen steps up to the table and knocks on wood. So, don't mind if I introduce it a little bit on what's going on here, the halfling says, putting her hands on her sides. So what exactly do you recommend we do?
Seeing as you guys don't have any walls here, I would personally suggest a tactical withdrawal.
To where?
To a town that's more defensible than this.
Brindle? Oh.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, you said thousands of goblins, and they had the dragon, and they had ghosts.
Well, yeah, they're talking about their allies with ghosts or something. I personally didn't see any.
Yeah, because you never actually peeked over the thing. Let's take a look. See,
We did see the smoke from a many campfire.
I personally really would prefer the part where Sorana translates the part that says, where is it? This I think there's a specific note about halflings on there. Halflings to eat. There you go.
Oh yeah. Apparently, they want to eat halflings.
Listen, I know you're a big old sap, but I think, things aren't always forever. Unless it's dwarven work, but the dwarves don't live forever. Their work does. So I think it's best if we leave. Whiston, on the other hand, prefers, can we just make peace, or make peace, or stand and fight? We can manage if we try. We have the river, right?
It'll be peace, right? When they're all dead, or we're all dead.
Well,
I mean, do you want to be the dead side? It's up to you.
But surely it can't be. That's wrong. And then suddenly you hear this. A woman, black-haired, stumbles into the place. There's a weird amount of women in leadership positions at the one. I like it.
I appreciate it.
She is.
It could be matriarchal society. Why not?
She is a woman wearing a soldier's tunic, blue shirt of mail, stylized image of a golden lion over it. In fact, are you freaking open or what? I need a drink. My
Also, on a side note, maybe after the last war, they had basically women pressured into positions of power because there was nobody else to take them.
The woman is offered a seat, and after a drink, introduces herself. I'm Tiana Sura. See that you're in a meeting? I hope I didn't intrude too much. Well, point is, I read in service of the line, Lord of Brindle. One of his lines, in fact. I recently came across a roadblock around the Blackfens. Ogres, hobgoblins, waylaying anyone who was going in and out from the Vale.
They're up there, too.
We're going to presume that this is where you take a minute to explain to her the situation.
Yeah, well, they got a whole army up there on Cinder Hill, and it's coming this way.
Yes.
Well, then I got some great news for everyone here. They're not just up north. They're spreading around, boxing everything in. Why else would they already be in the Blackfens if they're coming from the Wormsmoke Mountains? I was sent here by the captain to warn everyone I could along the road, but it seems that that's already happening. Well then.
Yeah, we bought the town a little bit of time, but we're talking about you said you're from Brindle?
Yeah, I'm from Brindle, yes.
That's the walled city, right?
That's the biggest walled city around, yes. Got the most chances of...
We're talking about evacuating these people there. Probably warning the 2 cities on the way, 3 cities on the way, something like that.
Who are you again?
I'm Olaf Ironfist, and he...
What do you do? I mean, I don't...
Kill goblins.
He shows this giant bag of goblin ears that he's been collecting.
No, she's wondering, like, what do you do in town? Because Captain Serrana obviously looks like the captain of a local town. But
I'm a for hire. Goblin Slayer for hire.
well, if you're looking for work, I'm sure the Lord of Brindle is busy signing out, what's it called? Adventuring writs? You know, good pay for taking care of whatever bothers, because once I bring back that there are blockades on the road, I'm sure you'll get paid handsomely for taking care of them. Or more. If you're looking for the adventuring life of gaining a noble's title... She tries to stand up from her seat again, but immediately flinches and reaches for her side. As the adrenaline has begun to take off, it's pretty clear that she's took quite a few big bruises and cuts. She's not the tank that Olaf is, let's put it like that.
Do you need medical attention?
Maybe. I need to go to Brindle. Back again. Tell them, warn them, collaborate information, etc. Oh, by the gods that curse us all. I wish you the best, but I see that what I was supposed to do has already been taken care of. What luck? Does something
Well, I
worry
do
you,
have
Lizard?
a healing spell if they need their ribs back.
If you want to help them, then they'll gladly take it.
Yes.
Well, wait. Did I just hear someone say they destroyed a bridge?
Yeah, no, we thought it was the best idea to buy
Yes.
some time.
I did not approve of them destroying the bridge, Whistle almost immediately says.
We tend to act on our own when we
Well,
Trying to think of the political words to say and just trails off.
what would be the... Nah, who cares? What are words? We just don't know. She's a tough nugget, but she's
My
not...
God, you sounded like a Monty Python announcer there, narrator. Excuse me.
always look on the bright side of life.
Man, I love what are birds. We just don't know. Oh my goodness.
That should help them travel, especially on horseback, because good luck riding that out.
You know,
Broken
so
ribs.
I figure it's a win-win for my people because, yeah, you're gonna have to buy your stuff from something, or you're gonna have to hire some dorms to rebuild that bridge. So, win-win-win.
Well, since apparently you're so involved, Whiston cuts her off. What exactly are your plans now, noble adventurers?
Sounds
Killing
like
goblins.
I'm gonna get hired by the Lord of Brinder to kill some more goblins.
I think maybe you could help mount a defense here. Yes.
Olaf looks at the river.
I don't swim very well.
I mean, judging by the things they have, they probably aren't going to get stopped by a river for long.
Oh, I
Yes.
Sorana gives you this pleading look of like, please just get it through his head that this isn't going to work.
As much as I love killing goblins. So, if it's a large enough force to make me, of all people, turn around, you should probably think about that. But yeah, I'm not staying here. If you want to stay in your city, power to you.
Mm-hmm. I think we got it. Listen, you heard these people. You hired them specifically for this. Listen, either we go now before the Horde's vanguard arrives, and we don't have to worry about people getting hurt, or you're free to stay behind and see all the things that they saw and think are going to happen for yourself. And then you can make up your mind. Point is, I'm going to release the word. It's up to you, Weston, where you're going to end up. Things... Fine, if you think you know so much better. He crosses his arms like, meh. Alright, unless you have anything you want to do in town. This is the point where the evacuation will be organized, since you've provided a compelling case.
Well, aside from just resting up, not much, I think.
Mm-hmm.
take a breather after our long day.
I really appreciate, by the way, that the book
Yes.
actually has like a section that's like, by the way, if you can't just talk to Whiston, here's his will save for enchantment magic. Just know that people will figure it out if you are too weird about it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Doesn't give a party is like, all right, well, you don't want our advice. That's for you.
Abracadabra. Oh man, I love that. Like, this is something more should have. It's like, if here we go. Yeah, brother Derny or Satyrian the Wise might be able to figure him out with detect magic, and if they figure it out, they just run out of, which is great. More adventures should be like that. Like, hey, by the way, you can totally mind control this dude and skip the whole thing, but don't. The people in town won't hate you for it. Anyway, you can do whatever you want in town. You can take care of your finances, sell your items, buy some things. Just because they're evacuating doesn't mean that they're not in the mood for trade.
I mean, there would probably be a lot of demand for, good opposite armor from people who don't necessarily know how to use them.
Listen, I'm just saying, let's not get too hung up on the details. If you want to sell, liquidate your assets, go ahead and take care of that.
Yeah, we probably have
Alright.
a bunch of stuff to sell, don't we?
I have a
Mm,
lot of stuff on our carriage, so we can sell
probably
some
a night in
extra.
the node.
Oh
and,
yeah, I forgot. You guys got those coffers that were all locked up, right?
right.
And that too, yes.
Let's go take care of that real fast. I presume that there's someone in town who can help you with lockpicks, locksmithing. They're close enough to the Wormsmoke Mountains that security is something that they have to take care of.
Give Emerus some gold, and I say, go buy that fancy whatchamacallit, that you open stuff with.
Aramis just gives you a little, yep, sure. You know, how much is a knock wand? Just a wand of knocking.
A wand of knocking, you just take a tree branch and you knock people.
Let's see.
Oh,
A wand of
yeah.
knocking is 4,500. Holy shit! But that's for 50 charges.
That's a lot of unlocking.
Hey, let's get you set for the whole adventure, I guess. You know what? I'll just roll some dice and see how much he actually manages to get his hands on. Give the boy 2,000 gold pieces. He'll get you a wand. He'll do that thing where he uptrades. I don't know. The coffers are taken care of. Abracadabra, abracazoo. The 6 coffers that contain coin, all in all, contain 2,500 silver pieces, 2,100 gold pieces, and 220 platinum pieces.
Could you write this down? I'm gonna put it on the card.
Listen, you can't just keep asking me if I can write down things. I don't have fingers.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sorry.
The other, if you have the paper ones with you, I don't think you do because your thing doesn't mention that. If you
The one
did,
that we fucked up.
if you had the other 4 boxes with you, they would contain notes of credit and a deed of Rothkeep. None of which are.
I Gala tried opening that one up with like acid or something. It didn't work out.
Well, on the
very
plus
well.
side, the other notes of credit that you managed to recover are all long since expired, so you probably didn't lose anything of value. I mean, those things are like centuries old at this point.
Fair enough.
The deed might still have some legal claim, but do you really want to have a deed that's in the middle of enemy territory? You want to clear out the horde first. Just a pro tip.
I mean, people have fought wars over less. It's like, hey, we have a land claim that is 500 years old. Fuck yeah.
Anyway, Irmis now has enough knock spells to knock your socks off, as it were. Your socks are now gone!
I'm not wearing any socks.
Swoosh. It'll be about 3 days later, when everyone's ready with the evacuation, unless you want to stick around the whole time. You know, for politeness' sake.
Well, for the sake of reference, we would probably stay here just in case we do get harassed by like scouting parties or somebody shows up.
I mean, it seems useful because as the days go by, you do eventually start to hear people mention like things flying in the sky. They're not dragons. They're probably manticores, judging by how low they fly and their spiked tails that people are able to identify. It's becoming increasingly apparent that the horde, while delayed, is still approaching. They haven't stopped in any meaningful fashion. Here we go.
Oh, for the sake of reference, I am preparing and using Gentle Repulse and Dragon Corpse. I don't want it stinking up the area.
I went ahead and threw gold on the cart for us.
Man, normally there would be like a whole special scene for this, but I think that together with the fact that DG is a master diplomat, and all the things you've managed to do, you would make that check no matter what. What's the DC here? Normally, when you do this, and you have nobody that's a dedicated face, you essentially, the whole town council comes together on this decision, and they're like, what are we gonna do? And Winston's like, we're not gonna do anything. We're fine. We're fine. And they essentially have to rub some elbows and go and present your case as to why this is a bad situation. And you roll check, and it's like, oh man, fine. But you know, you're smart. You have. DG has like a motherfucking +9.
DG has a way of words. All I do is look scary.
You have the bonus of the map and the notes, and your likes you. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. You did fine. You do get the experience for it though. For being such smart fellows. Also, I like Olaf and the way he presented everything. Nice and crass.
Yeah, you do what you want. That's what we did.
Because
Olaf is just a magical character.
we're not going to do this, I would like to point out that if you do decide to stay and fight in town, the module quite literally has a designer's note section that's, by the way, if your players are fucking stupid, give him a chance and then just let him have it. Thank you, module. I like how much this thing is like, by the way, this is definitely going to happen. Please be ready for it. It's so smart.
Well, since we're spending literally days here, I'm going to bring everybody back to full health.
You probably have more than enough time to heal up and up to full, yes.
Yes. However, since it took us 5 days after that, I'm going to subtract all the food that we've spent since then.
I mean, you can stay in town and just eat there.
Oh, we can buy some food.
You're literally in town. Anyway, as time goes by...
That's true, but still, 2 days at least worth of food would be expended.
Yes, you did spend some coming back to town.
Yes.
Now's the end of it. Captain Sorana and the begrudging Whiston have been able to successfully organize an evacuation. Here we go. The town of Durellin's Ferry is empty. Houses stare vacantly out on silent roads. The sun has just vanished behind the formidable scar on the horizon that is the Wormsmoke Mountains. Even from here you can see small plumes of smoke flickering in and out of existence. Speaker Whiston takes a deep breath, wipes the tears from his eyes as he looks one more time at his estate. Well, it seems we're about time. We best get going if we want to keep ahead of the war crisis, he says as he turns to the few remaining people that are about to leave town. Captain Sorana is near you. Sticks her hand out. You've already done us good, heroes. Mind if I say that it's been a pleasure knowing you? And may we meet again sometime, perhaps in this very town, in good shape.
Oh. So you're not going to burn the town behind you guys. You're going to just let them take it.
I mean, there's very little left behind.
I was about to just suggest that. I was trying to say that. It's like, well, there's still fields and whatnot, unless the crops have been collected.
Oh, no, they've taken care of that. They're not burning down the building specifically, but everything else has been, like, destroyed as much as possible.
Okay, good.
Salt the earth without the salt.
Well, well, I mean, yeah. The thing is, we just want them to starve now, not necessarily make literally the whole land inarable.
Yeah.
Heroes, I would like you to know something.
Yes.
Over the last few days, I've been having the constant, dreadful fear that if you hadn't shown up by pure chance, and if you hadn't taken that offer, and if you hadn't come back, we would have been asleep cozily in our beds when they would have come. We wouldn't have been alive at the end of that day, and there's a part of me that wonders if that world is real or just my imagination.
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, they seem to be organized and smart enough not to just slaughter civilian population. So if you comply with their demands of giving them the food and such, you probably would have been mostly fine.
Oh, she'll let Olaf do this.
I think. Well, if being a slave for goblins are fine. Personally, I'd rather go
better than being dead.
I'd rather be dead than a goblin slave. So, personal opinion there. Let's put it this way, Argus. If it looks like we're going to be taken as prisoners, I'm going to kill as many goblins as I can before.
Yeah, she agrees with that sentiment.
Well, point is, if they were caught unaware, becoming a slave and then staging a rebellion would probably be a little bit easier than, being dead.
You're extremely optimistic, Argus. But enough. If there's anything more you think you can do to slow down the Red Hand, or maybe make them, because I will let your Lord Yarmouth, the Sir Lord of Brindle, in case you never caught it, I will let him know what you have done here today. I have some vague connections to him that I can make that known, but listen, if this horde is anywhere near as big as the last few days you've let leak to my ears, I don't know if even Brindle can stand against them. What was his name? Azar Bool?
Let's take a look at the notes.
If you've got some sway with them fancy people up in Brindle, and they want to spend some gold, they might want to send word to my people in the Hammerfists. A couple hundred dwarves on those walls, worth every penny you can spend on them.
My concern lies pretty sure that they are well aware of your mercenary companies. My worry, however, lies with the fact that they're apparently erecting road barriers. It's possible that they would
Oh.
try to intercept such communications. So if you do happen to come across a wagon of spilt gold, do keep in mind that it may have a destination yet.
Just see Olaf nod. It doesn't say anything.
There isn't much between here and Brindle that will slow down the horde. The few towns will barely offer much of a resistance. And with the way things are... There's just something strange about this, as if hell itself has begun to creep into the world. A normally such a sleepy place. What about that map? Is there anything on there that might give you some clues as to what to do?
Well, that lion lady, she said something about barricades up north, so I guess we could
The
go check
Blackfins,
that.
yes.
Let's see. Let me look at this map. All right. So, well, there seems to be their plans of timeline, but we slowed them down, so I'm not sure if that's going to be up to par. They want to eat some halflings and golf.
Mm-hmm.
The more time passes, the less accurate this map will be.
This third Garan wants to eat halflings. It doesn't sound very orcish to me or goblin to me. But hey, what do I know? Yeah. Seems like they want to just burn everything in their path and loot stuff.
As goblins are wont to do, aren't they? I just wish I could mean more myself.
While true, try not to underestimate them.
I feel like I'm left with nothing to do, nothing to say. I can only wish you the best. May your journey be safe, heroes.
You can share your experience with others.
Do not forget, you owe nothing to this vale. No one can take it harsh. No one can take it poorly if you decide to leave on your own accord.
Oh, we're here because
I'm from the Hammerfist Hall, so if I'm leaving here, I'm going there. But I'm gonna kill as many goblins as I can. If you people are paying me for it, why the hell would I leave?
Yes, she does take her leave at this point. The last few wagons set off now.
She sounds extremely wistful. I wonder what's up with that.
Her entire life is tossed on her end, and her town is about to be taken over by goblins, and
First time?
Yeah, first time for everyone, I guess.
You're complaining that she's a bit wistful.
No, I'm not complaining that she's a bit wistful. It's just weird that she's taking it in such a depressed state, in a sense.
Golly.
So, I guess we have some choices to make.
I'm going to look at a brief timeline, and I'll give you... It's for my sake more than yours. Let's see, they're delayed by that many days. It's that day, so... Okay, cool. Yep, they're... Who knows what the army is, but that slowdown you gave them sure is slowing them down. Hell, if you haven't delayed them, they would have still been fine at this point. Well, you're left with your own accord.
Well, we've given them enough advanced warning. What I would suggest for the course of action, I suppose, is to try and attack their supply lines. Because an army marches on its stomach, and if we give them basically nothing but scorched earth, they're going to either, give up, or they're going to be sick, or they're going to have to eat each other, which is going to be amusing either way.
Ermus politely informs you that there's an entire caravan of people evacuating from Drellin's Ferry. Every intermittent town is probably going to have that taken care of as they move forward.
Yes.
I mean, really what Ermus is interested in is what's going up in the Blackfins and what's up with that Ghost Lord. He sounds so cool!
That seems to be our two options. That Ghost Lord down south and the barricades up north.
Actually,
He sort of been promised to get paid for that whole thing up north, so
he
I
also,
like my gold.
not to be too impolite, but Hermes politely reminds you that you could also see about going directly after the guy in charge if you're feeling particularly daring and dashing.
I mean,
Against the whole army.
again, I don't know if you
No!
were listening there, Hermes, but I love killing goblins, but even that made me think twice.
No, you
So,
fools.
Do a double take.
There's an entirely the chance that this army does not contain the actual leader.
Great.
Anyway,
I don't have any
Hermes has read too many books. Let's just write it off as that.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's nothing on this fancy map that says where the hell their leader is. Yeah, so Black Fens or Ghost Lord? I vote Black Fens because money's involved.
Additionally, that's where we can get those owls, right?
Oh yeah, is that
Yes.
where those things are? Okay.
Around that area, I think. Jor told us.
I don't really like dealing with them elves, so I'll let you guys talk to them. I'll stand there looking grumpy.
You can tell that Hermes like eyes over to DT. I think we have our elf negotiator taken care
Yeah,
of.
she'll probably get along with those fancy forest folk a little bit better. No. Every time I run into an elf, they see me with my axes and they just frown and frown at
Metal?
them, and it
You
doesn't-
use metal? Bleh!
Yeah, and I chop down their
Every
trees
time.
too. They don't really like it. But
Every time Olaf meets the elf, the knife eaters usually don't see him because he's so short.
I know there's some bad blood between our peoples. I don't hate them like I hate
Bad
goblins,
blood.
but I don't like them either.
Rare is the elf or dwarf that hasn't been raised on the story of how they split apart.
Well, Olaf, I'm gonna hold you up so you could talk face to
Great.
face.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
How did that story go again? They both quarreled so much the gods split them, let the dwarves live in the mountains and under the ground, and the elves live in the woods or something?
Yeah, let those elves keep their fancy trees and plains.
Who needs
We got
trees?
the good end of it.
You definitely have the more easily defended one, yes.
We got the end with all the gold and gems and
Yeah.
mineral.
At some point, one of you is probably going to notice the fact that Killock has been is like slinking off. Not that he's sneaking away, but he's like just like leaving.
All right, see you
Wait,
later.
is he just-
Kobold. Did some good work in there.
Killock hears of great incoming siege. After making siege engine, Killock will show the world his power by scaring
there
off
you
a
go,
horde.
I think the giant
going
and
to his story.
the lizard could use your help, or show the world your illusions. Yeah.
Killock is basically going to be a brindle the whole time because he really wants to be part of the siege. Sounds exciting.
Maybe we'll see you again.
Probably. I'm actually looking through some things here. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Cool. Well, time for a road trip. The fastest way to get to the Black Fens is technically to go through it, or to go via the river, the Rhest. Or you could go through Witchwood. There are probably small paths that will take you there. Or you can take the whole way around to Brindle.
Yeah, no, that.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
The
we're
river
gonna
sounds like a better plan.
go hijack one of these boats. That sure, there's some
They're
that
gonna
people.
leave behind.
I
Exactly.
presume that you took care of these negotiations ahead of time because the city probably destroyed all remaining boats and ferries.
Leave one of those boats for us.
You do find it's kind of a, let's say it's a little modified ferry, so you can more easily push it upstream. Took a little time to fix it up for you, under the presumption that you're going to be doing good. Marvelous. You were warned that there might be hydras up on the water, so be careful.
I'll be
You're right.
fine. Argus puts like a knife in their mouth and just dives into the water. Fuck it.
Olaf gingerly
I'll wrestle
stands
some
in the
water
exact
snakes.
middle of the boat.
The safest place to be. Does anyone here have profession sailor? Ha! Gotcha. Nah. I presume that you know how to get this boat to go where it needs to go.
Got land vehicles,
Oh, it's a
not
river
water
boat.
vehicles.
Close enough. You hold the steering wheel to the right direction. There is none. It's just a rudder.
Yes.
You hold it in the direction you want to go.
Now, is this boat literally just a tiny little boat, or will it fit our carriage?
You
and
can
other
put your
stuff?
dang carriage on it. It's basically one of those big ferry boats that's been modified. You could, it's one of those assault
Gotcha.
vehicles of Normandy, like those flat bottom boats. You could put a lot of stuff on.
Yes, gotcha. Well, at least and finally I can sleep while stretching my legs out.
Since you have a druid on board, I presume that traveling across water is easily said and done. Since you got a druid can adjust the wind for you
Control
on the go.
water.
Yeah, goes nice and easy.
All right, DG, row our boat gently up the stream.
Let's see what happens. Let's see if your stupid ass luck with encounters keeps up. How many days is it gonna be? I'm gonna say you move at a steady clip. Let's say like 18 miles per hour or so. So let's just go with 24, the standard rate. You'll reach the Blackfens map in that's like 3 days. Yeah, that's like 3 days. That's nice and short, nice and crisp pace. So let's roll for those days and see if anything happens. You're on the water. Things generally don't attack boats. That's how you get killed. Oh, well, something does happen along the way. It doesn't attack you or have the capacity to attack you because it's on the shoreline. As you're
How
going,
many days again in total?
yes, you take 3 days on the water.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe you can practice those fishing skills a little bit. As you're flowing down the river, at some point you are confronted by a strange creature, or well, not confronted. There is just a strange creature besides you that follows you along and has this person under their arm. And quite a beast it is. Here's a picture. This is a large creature, so it's like the size of a horse, twice as tall as a man.
Ugh, what the hell is that thing?
It takes a moment. I think DG could identify it. It's called a gray render, and he seems to be carrying an elf over his shoulder. An elf that's like an elf that is aggressively like bamping his little fists against the creature, like "Let me go!"
Yeah. I mean, that's up to you guys. I think it's hilarious.
I think it's funny.
The creature mostly leaves you alone. It does like growl at you to go away. If you do nothing, it'll just be there and let you go.
I
Olaf
would suggest
laughs
trading
across
it
the
some.
river.
I'd suggest trading some food in exchange for an elf. I could go for some elf meat.
That's not how that works. She will tell you that gray renders have a tendency to bond and tightly protect things that they just get attached to. Random food probably ain't gonna cut it.
Oh my
all right.
god, did this guy marry this thing?
Yeah. All right. Enjoy your new wife, there, creature. Elf, enjoy your new
honeymoon.
Life.
No.
My god, dude's gonna have a crazy honeymoon. He's gonna die from snoo, of course.
I don't
Death
think,
by snoo.
dude. It literally mentions that these things are asexual, so no snoo.
Oh.
Well, fair enough. In that case, he's going to make a good housewife.
No. I'm going to miss my rehearsal.
No, like, is the guy actually in danger, though?
No, gray renders aren't a danger threat to him, and over time, maybe it'll lose interest. He's an elf. He lives longer than that thing, probably.
Yep.
He
Oh
just
my
needs to
God.
be,
Well,
be
I mean-
patient, man.
Just wait a couple decades. Oh, shit. It's like that thing from Mass Effect. Gosh. There was a character who was being wooed by another character that lives for thousands of years, too. And they said, well, it's not like you can marry a human, just wait a couple decades and then, you find a new partner, no offense. This guy's a commitment. It's going to be 1,000 years till he croaks. I need to think carefully about this. Holy shit. All right, well, it is amusing.
As you float down the river, you also become aware of the fact that the army is not complete. At times, in the distance, you see small parties of goblins walk down the road, like little platoons and stuff. That's a Vision 8. That's not the party token. It's party time. Welcome to the Blackfence, kids and cadets.
Yeah, on a side note, though, however, there's one little thing, which is this. How much can we discern from seeing these guys walk around?
Oh,
like,
you want to like actively
team
scout the... Okay.
Well, what I can see from the lake, if we can see enemies moving in the background, I would like to at the very least take a peek
Spot.
and see
Spot.
what sort of.
And you can
spot-
ask me
yeah,
some questions.
What sort of?
Wisdom if you don't have the
what sort
skill.
Hold on, give me a moment. Spot.
I think DG has like a really... Yeah, DG has amazing... DG has Has what I like about DG is that they have the perception skills, spellcraft. They have like the skills for just good stuff. Let's have DG's.
Well, we can send them over to the crow's nest, yeah, and have them.
This
spot
has no
with the
crow's
spy
nest.
barge.
It's not a galley.
It's a flat barge. Yeah, no. So Olaf just looks at the lake, looks at the water, knows he can't swim, shouts
Grumble,
out
grumble.
across the water. You're lucky there's water between us.
The goblins will naturally blow raspberries back at you. They don't know who you are, but they're like. All right, Argus, you can ask me some questions about what you see, and I'll answer them as best as I can.
I would like to see. I would like to see what sort of like average team composition they have in these squads, because these are the ones that we're most likely to run into, so that at least we have like a head start on what they have. Do they have casters in them? Do they have, like,
listen,
fighters? What sort of
listen. These are like reinforcement grunts, so they're mostly wearing armor. Listen, if you let Olaf over there, he could run into 5 of these groups and be fine by the end of it. You've seen how he cuts through these guys. At times, however, you do see individuals who are clearly spellcasters. They're wearing robes or they're wearing some different kind of armor, but they're kind of rare. The army is primarily composited of just dudes who fight. At times, they have minotaurs or manticores or hellhounds or worgans and stuff like that, but for the most part, it's just the army is sort of gathering in place. You also come across, at some point, a large, what's it called? A blockade. A road blockade. There's actually a cool picture of it that will help establish what you're approximately supposed to think of. So this effectively sits across the road. A large palisaded structure that occupies much of it. You're on the water, so it doesn't really affect you. But there are some goblins on it. They're hanging out, collecting tolls, presumably.
Okay, nice.
However, you are now in the Blackfens. You are specifically on Lake Rhest, best you know. So, what next? Where we're going? What are we doing?
We do need to find the local elves and ask them for directions.
All right, you take the charge on this one, Lizard. Or DG, you can handle that too.
DG. I just look at them and I kind of slowly lift the visor of my helmet because the helmet stays on. And then it's just like half the face is gone. It's like, yes, it will be very, very receptive to my advances.
Aramis is like, wait, what if I make like a spell that makes a really loud sound? I'm not good at this.
To draw attention of
no, he doesn't know how to summon elves. Do you put like some trees on a stocking by the fireplace or something?
No. You know how you put like this cardboard box with a little stick and you put like a tree in there as a trap? as bait instead of a carrot? Put some trees in there. And by the morning you're gonna catch some elves.
Irma suddenly has a brilliant plan, and he has a big smile on his face as he realizes the best way to get the attention of these elves. And he looks at you and is like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
We burn the whole forest down?
I mean, that would actually work, yes. I'm thinking of something a little less drastic, actually.
Irmus, you should be at full health, by the way.
Don't tell Irmus how to live his life. Cross no, Irmus is like, these guys, they supposedly have flying owls, right?
Yes.
Which means they probably fly around with them, right?
Well, have we seen any flyers? Because we've seen them over on the other side of the lake.
Ignoring what we have seen, what do flying people see very well that a person on the ground does not? He taps his temple like,
Smoke?
Giant signs. Smoke, yeah.
Yes, a sign on the floor. We just write, hey, elves on the ground. Light a little fire. They'll come onto us.
Yeah, elves. It's like elves smells.
I like it.
That'll get their attention. It might not be the best first introduction, but it should certainly work, right?
Well, I mean, it did summon you guys, so hey, hello, welcome.
Handsome. Very marvelous. Fantastic.
Yes. Now, Ah, well, whatever. We can handle it off session. Sorry.
Anyway, you notice that the to your east, where the black fens are, the land goes from thick forest to shrubbery, lowlands to plains, and eventually becomes this marshy stuff. It's probably best to park your boat before the too soggy land, or it just sinks away, or worse, gets stuck.
Yes.
You'll have to travel the rest on foot.
Yes.
I just remembered I did not prepare these monsters yet. I thought this session wouldn't go so fast. Whoops.
Sorry about that.
I can add that classic. I can add
want.
that classic experience to my list. Hey.
We can roll it back if you want to.
No, I can take out the monster menu and I can just run it from there. I don't need to have actual physical sheets available for things, man.
Gosh.
Doing it old school.
Yeah, man. Very intelligent. I just like saying that. I'm very intelligent.
Oh, if you don't praise yourself, nobody will. So might as well.
If it ain't gonna
do
be
what
me.
Olaf does. Olaf is like, I'm the best.
I am the best. What are you talking about?
When the hell
Yeah,
did you
see?
start doubting him?
I have never doubted you.
Smooch.
I'm just saying that more people should have the same sort of disposition. People should get into the habit of being the best.
Your boat has settled on shore, and Ermis recommends that you go a little bit of land inward first. As you take your little trip, you come across a strange sight. Not a road blockade, don't worry about that. As you travel through the marshier lands, you come across a low, mossy island of mud and peat that protrudes from the marsh waters ahead. 2 gnarled trees grow fitfully on the rugged ground, and sprawled across their turgid roots is a ruined and bloodied remains of a horse-sized owl. The once magnificent bird's body has been partially dissolved in places, with swaths of dark green, foul fluid still fizzling away, eating away at exposed flesh and bone.
That looks like an ooze, but my character probably wouldn't know that.
No, not in that sense. It's like something has been slathered in acid, and the acid is started eating away. It's not like a single cohesive blob.
Oh, gotcha. Well, it's still gross.
Ermis gets sick. Blech. He is baby. He only has 4 foot safe. How can he hold his stomach in like this?
Holy shit. Marcus is probably, yeah, I would probably eat that if I was hungry enough. What is my fortitude say? +5, nice.
Well, there's a delightful corpse a short distance ahead, inside the marshy lands, where your feet will get all soggy. Squish, squish.
Yes, I will poke it with a stick.
You move over to the corpse, because you can't just...
Yes.
Unless you have a really long stick.
I have a really long stick. It's a 10-foot pole. And it's magical, so I would like to think that the tip will not dissolve necessarily immediately.
I mean, you could just wait until the acid's done.
Oh, well, yeah, I suppose that too.
It's late in the day. It's getting a bit shadowy in terms of lighting as you approach this big old blobule. Also, I recently downloaded a module that I just remembered exists, which supposedly ups my drawing tools, but I forgot what it was called. Now I'm sad. Maybe it was called the furnace? I don't even know. I'm just gonna wiggle my toes. Wiggle, wiggle. DG, where are you? DG-DB-doo. Where are you?
They are pretty late, and hopefully they're doing okay.
She's always super busy. Man, that's gotta blow. Getting
That's
called
okay, we
at the
can
last
bring them
moment.
up to speed to this.
You can bring them up to speed. You can do that, can't... Oh, sweet Jesus, I don't know what just happened, but all the text that I hit on the map, the little indicators, have all gotten massive. They're invisible to you, but they're massive to me now. Great. Can't see shit. What's this button? Ignore token... Oh, that's a cool button. I like that button. But this is the one that I want. Okay, cool. I need a new map. Place. That's all I'm going to call it, is just place.
Well, since we are actually going into like potentially fighting and everything, I'm gonna roll the cooking thing just so to see what sort of bonuses.
Please do. Take care of all your business.
Yes. There you go. Wow. That was terrible. I guess some of them spoiled on the way.
Yeah, that's not looking too hot.
This is not one of your better meals.
Irmus like just pulls it onto the nearest bush, and the bush just shrivels up. Oh well, no temporary hit points today, so be extra careful. Matthias, you should have full hit points though, because they made a point of actually healing you.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Is this thing snapping to... Holy fuck. It's snapping to grid. Oh, I'm losing my shit here. You know what doesn't snap to grid in Foundry? The fucking drawing tool. And it does. Oh my god. This is blowing me out of the water. I have no idea how annoying it is that it doesn't do that. Anyway, kids. Oh, I can't draw like that. Oh, it's because I don't have a drawing tool. Point is, this is where we are. The owl corpse is somewhere near there. Once you go over those lines, you enter into an area where, you know, shit's bad. So this is all like soggy turf. It's all high reeds and thick water and all that kind of jazz.
Good thing my feet are decently adapted to this sort of environment, huh?
Please
And
ignore.
also good thing that I'm wearing light armor, quote unquote.
Please ignore any tokens if they briefly come into existence. They're not relevant to this, I swear.
That's okay. I'm zoomed in on the party and not looking, so.
Nah, I can just draw them off the board and then drag them in when I'm ready.
Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't have the bless buff anymore.
Why do I never get blessed? Oh yeah, I'll probably throw up another extra casting of... Oh no, yeah, there's a mage armor, just wearables. I got wearable armor, heck yeah. Buffs. Turn off your buffs, please.
I will give it back to you, like, in a moment if we get into a fight, but until then, you shouldn't have it.
DG, please turn off all buffs when entering this area. Thank you. You're standing close to this large fetid pool, and as I mentioned, there's a giant owl corpse over there. I swear it's there, I just don't have a good token for it right now.
Now, could you ping where it is, roughly?
It's on this big island.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I'm gonna go and scout ahead. Maybe field.
Do you have a swim speed, by the way?
Safe to go. I don't believe I actually have a swim speed, but everything about the, like the race says, hey, they can swim.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Breath. Yeah.
I'm gonna go stay on the shore. Shout out if you die.
Yeah, let me check the 3.5 SRD real quick.
Actually, this man is large. Thank you. And I want him to have some hit points, but I can't take care of that right now. There he is. There you go. Thank you. And I want one of you. I want one of these. I want one of these. And if my daddy lets me, I'll have one of those. Oh, whoa.
There you go. +4 racial bonus on balance jump and swim checks, and also hold breath ability. So, special qualities: hold breath. It holds breath for a number of rounds equal to 4 times its Constitution score before it risks drowning.
Well, that's not the problem that I'm talking about. The problem is that this is all like soggy, difficult terrain if you move through it. It also offers almost consistent cover to anyone that's not that tall, but you're pretty tall, so it's fine.
Yes. What I'm saying is, it says literally environment, temperate, marshes, but it doesn't really say anything that's useful for that, which is weird.
Anyway, yeah, that's just where your species happens to show up.
Yes.
Anyway, Armus is like, go ahead, bucko, go and investigate. I'll be right over here providing moral support.
Sure.
You sog through the stuff, and honestly, because of how deep it is, it comes up to your knees. So the rest will probably show up to the waist or thighs. Ugh.
Oh my god, Olaf is gonna be like up to his nostrils. It's like, come over here, the water is not that deep, and Olaf just jumps down and completely.
Yeah, no, I'm not going in there.
I'll carry you over. Don't worry about it.
Heck, if I'm drawing by hand. I'm drawing my freaking hand. Blah 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 blah. Whoops, I hate it when it does that. There's your owl, bucko.
That is a bird, yes.
You investigate. Let's take a look-see.
Yes. Do I need to? What do I need to roll for that?
I mean, the obvious wounds, which aka anyone heal check or not would figure out, is that clearly something has partially eaten it and spit it full of acid.
Gosh. Well, I'll roll anyway to get maybe any potential.
Go nuts.
Oh, fuck, that's a natural 20.
Huh, most of the battlefield consists of blah blah blah. Well, Jesus. You know, what really strikes you about this creature is it hasn't just been hit with acid and all that. It also has deep cuts in it. As if a long weapon had been drawn across its skin in combat.
Did it fight a dragon or something? Does it look like claw marks?
I'm going to roll something that's kind of important right now. But you don't get to see any of that because it's all done with actual dice because I don't have this automated.
No, that's fair enough. But the question still stands, though. Because I was probably taking a look at the body.
Dragon or not? If Dragon did it?
Like, does it match, like, the claw marks or whatever? Because they probably have, like, the same amount of digits.
You know, maybe. The thing...
And then...
For a moment, you're convinced that it might be. But there's something about it that doesn't quite make sense in terms of, like, dragons are, like, quadrupedal, mostly. They can do stuff with their hands, but the weight and force distribution is a bit different. And when you reminisce on that subtle fact, I'm going to roll a die. Let's see what it says. Oh, boy. This is going to be great. This is going to be fantastic. As you're standing around, I presume the DG is keeping watch, as are the rest of you.
I leave the spyglass to them.
DG picks up two forms in the distance. A quick examination with the spyglass informs that they are probably manticore, coming towards this particular location. It'll only be a few turns before they're here.
I'll take cover in the water. I can hide pretty well.
The second you try to get out of the water,
Out.
Motherfucker shows up.
Wait, the second I tried to get out or into the water?
This, like, at a certain point, as you're examining this body, and DG's like, hey, what's that? A fine gentleman releases himself from the water to come and say hello. There's some manticore coming this way. Oh, no, please, stop revealing your thine presence, thinously. Harlow, I appreciate your presence, but you're not initiative. I think I shouldn't have to tell you, but this guy, together with all the cover, oh boy, did his self-check just work out for him. Holy shit. Couldn't have found him if you wanted. Luckily, his initiative is kind of pants, so while he has the advantage of, you know, the stealth attack, I don't think he's doing much else. I need to do something about his token, actually, because I can't have him actually use hit points. Oh, I can't assign arbitrary hit... What the fuck is wrong with you, video game? Why can't I just give him hit points? Just want to give him 80... There you go. Thank you. As I mentioned, someone... Matthias, please. Please! Baby! Please! Argus, a strike from the back. A swoosh of the blade. To be specific...
Oh yeah, Matthias, you gotta roll initiative.
We're fighting. Someone is trying to kill Argus. Okay, cool. Argus, what's your armor class?
Gosh, I honestly quite forgot. My armor class is 28.
Is your flat-footed armor class 23 or lower?
Flat-footed is 28 still.
A large creature jumps out of the water behind you. You suddenly feel and hear this large scratch against the back of your armor, and as you turn around, I hope you turn around. Unless you're like him.
Slowly turn around, and I glare back at them.
He immediately opens his mouth, and you see this disgusting acid drip out. You probably shouldn't have taunted him. Argus, it has taken its surprise round.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yes. Well, I'm gonna, since it's opening its mouth, I'm gonna immediately shove a spear right down it. Just all the way through the back of their neck.
You know, that's very assertive for something that has 85 hit points.
I mean, still, it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
I can do this.
That hits.
Yes. Well, point is, even if it doesn't kill it, that's what I'm doing. It open its mouth. I'm just gonna shove a spear down it.
Ow!
I've seen enough spitters in my life, and spitters are quitters.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Why can't I just randomly assign arbitrary hit point counts? Video game. Why are you so difficult about this?
You have to roll manually. I think that's the problem you ran into earlier. Remember?
No, I know how to do this. It's just that I'm very frustrated right now and would like to flip some pancakes. Flip. Anyway, give me like 5 seconds and I'll have this taken care of. See, I know a very fancy trick that lets me do this. There. Ow, ow. He goes, ow! I'm hurt. Ow! Oof! That hurts.
Should be.
Olaf. What? Wait, what? Oh! Oh, it marks people off when their turn has been. That's neat. Olaf.
Olaf's not getting in the so see how far away is this thing?
Okay, cool. 60 feet.
60
Do you have any throwables?
range on
Hawkables.
this fucking crossbow thing.
Don't worry, Argus. He's gonna
It's
provide moral
shooting
support.
time.
I'm sorry, what? He's gonna what?
It's shooting time.
Shooting time.
I have some fucking fun. I rarely talk. Let me act like a jackass once in a while. You know?
Olaf, produce thine hand crossbow and fire thusly. Pew. I very much appreciate that you're informing everyone what the hand crossbow
hell?
is, but you have to click the sword icon to loosen the bolt and let it fly.
Yeah, the little black icon on the side. There we go.
It's thick hide. Deflect your blows.
Yeah, lizard. I have to come over here. I can't go over there.
That's my
Ma-
turn.
Matthias, what do you do?
That.
That hurts.
Nice work.
What's this? Force apply precision. Oh, that's neat. That ought to do it. These things are pretty fast, aren't they? Especially if
That's
they
me
take-
turn.
That's me turn, yes. From the distance, the manticores come ever closer, whoosh, whoosh, taking the big swoops from the skies downwards. Swoosh. They're still a short distance off the ground. Can I please assign you your height? Can I please assign you your height? Thank you. No, please. Swoosh. Hermes is panicking. Oh no, they're so close. It's so bad. Wah.
You have explosives. Shit them out of the sky.
Oh yeah, you're right. I have fireball. I forgot to give him a rest, so his spell slots haven't fully recovered yet. There you go. Fire.
Thaddeus, you should have full hit points, by the way.
Fireball.
Unless he's literally not been sleeping. What the fuck?
Oh no, the
Well, I
fireball.
mean, they still
It
take
does
damage.
nothing. DG, who's taking care of DG? They have to do something too.
Well, I could run them again like last time. Hold on, let me take a look what sort of spells or magical abilities they might have today. Well, they also haven't had a rest, but I assume they can do the Nature's Ally and summon something fun.
Such as?
In that case, hold on. Let me give them a rest just so that their spell slots recover. Unless I can't click it. I think I can't click it actually. It's weird. Let me take a peek. What can Summon Nature's Ally actually summon?
Depends on the level you're using, really.
Yes, well, it's going to be level 4 because we are having a problem. So for that, one moment.
Why not summon a shark? I think you could do that.
A shark would really be of good help for me. Yeah, I think it would be reasonable, but it might not necessarily. I can summon a giant crocodile. That would work because they can also travel on land. So that sounds reasonable.
You summon Argus.
Well, I suppose, yeah, horizontal Argus, yes. So that would be the action, and then DG's going to step the heck away. Also, I can't move their token.
Why
So
not?
would
I
probably
gave
move
everyone permission to
behind.
use DG after last time.
I don't know. Doesn't work. Maybe these particular tokens.
Oh yeah, I took
But
it
would-
away. Here you go, Argus. You can now control them. Go. Shoo. Do something.
Thank you. I will move them behind Olaf specifically because they have a big ass shield, and I'm going to be summoning a giant crocodile. Yes, somewhere over here probably.
Somewhere over there, probably. Gotcha.
Yes, because they will have an opportunity to actually move both ways and help either side.
As they're having a fun old fight, everyone immediately starts to hear this clattering coming from the water.
That is a lot of monsters. Holy fucking shit!
Well, you're tough,
So
boys.
I'm bleeding steel. God damn it! I caught myself earlier by accident while helping family. Now I'm bleeding all over the place.
Do. What do you do, Mr. Mouther? Gibber, gibber, gibber. As soon as it spots something edible, it begins a constant gibbering as a free action.
Holy shit, Irma, stay safe.
Which would
They
be...
should have major armor though. They might
No,
not have
because they are
haste,
have...
but-
Listen, Argus, can you please roll me?
What?
It's gibbering.
Well- Oh, I have to roll too.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, because you're also within 60 feet. This distant sound hits your ears.
DC 13 will save. Yes, absolutely. Let's do this.
5. Oh, it's actually 13. Nice. Cool for him. What about the big boys up top? 3. Okay.
No, this is my will save. Oh wait, excuse me. I'm rolling the wrong thing here. Oh well, I shouldn't have re-rolled, I guess, but yeah. And here's one for DG.
One of the manticores has gone a little nutsy.
It won't let me roll will for DG for some reason.
Why not?
It won't. I click on it and it does nothing.
Oh my god. DT, what is your
It's
major
weird.
malfunction, soldier? Does it... Maybe it
Um,
pops up the little window that you have to click on?
No, it doesn't. It just does nothing. Like I'm clicking on reflex, fortitude, charisma, wisdom. and
Can you close
nothing
GG's
happens.
window?
Yes, and I can reopen it just in case. Let's see.
Okay,
Nope,
so
still same effect. I closed it and reopened it.
something you guys should note about this is the DC is charisma based, so my roll's a 25. If your charisma's higher, your roll will be higher.
I thought the DC save refers to the fact that the DC is calculated from the creature's charisma score.
Oh.
As in, that's how you can help scale it.
Oh yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Anyway, here. Oh, it can't shift click? Wait, why can't you shift click? How weird. How funky. How spunky. Well, it works fine for me. There you go, DG. Anyway, hungry boy comes on out of the water. Oh, this is hilarious. This thing does so many things for free. It gets to spittle at someone. It's going to soften up that Aramis.
What did we tell you about being in the front, wizard?
I'm not standing that far in the front. Ah! Okay, cool. Your wizard has become blind. It missed?
It missed.
No, it's a touch attack. It shouldn't miss. His touch is 12.
Damn it.
He is now blinded. His eyes are filled with acidic spittle.
We have to roll a saving fort save to negate.
Yes, that's specifically the 2 rounds of blinding that he has to contend with. Aramis eyes. The creature, however, is going to
Wait,
land
you
one
didn't
little
roll a
bite
save.
to give him a little... I just rolled the will save for Argus. Oh no, I take exactly 1 damage. Ow!
No, I'm saying you didn't roll a fortitude save
Fortitude.
to negate the blind.
I did roll 1. Here it
Really?
is.
Oh, we're not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it says
Oh,
meese. Anyway, Aramis is currently grabbed, I guess. Is he grabbed? No, we gotta roll for that. Wow, it has a 3 to grab.
Good news is a critical hit is only 1 damage. It's the other shit that fucks you up.
Ah! It's eating me! I'm getting swallowed. The large razor fiend looks at you, Argus. It still has its sanity about him. It moves in just a little bit closer. And hefts. Well, it's gonna do what you like to do, which is slash bite. Here we go. It rolls a 26. Is this a 16? A 31. And 17. Any of those hit?
31 hit. Hits.
Then he, in that case, does a whopping 13 damage. With a sword. His slashy thing does it. He tries to muscle it on you. You can also tell that he's more than ready to start spewing acid at you if you decide to get too cocky. Argus, it's your turn again. He's mocking you, taunting you, wiggling his little tushy at you.
Now, the first thing I rolled is just a wisdom test, and then I rolled a will save. What's up with that? Am I confused?
What the fuck drugs are you on, dude?
What? Because I clicked the wrong thing.
You did a will save. You're confused right now.
Yes, and I rolled a 9.
Then you are confused right now, good sir.
So I need to roll for.
It's a sonic mind effect and compulsion effect. In case you have any particular resistances, it is a supernatural ability, which I don't know if that goes with dwarf. All right, let's see what confusion has to tell me. I think it just says roll D100 and see what happens, Bucko. Oh man, this table's different than I remember. Oh, flee away from the caster. Hilarious. You rolled a 60 exactly, which means that you are going to run away as fast as possible from that spooky thing that's making sound.
So deeper into the... Okay.
On the plus side, the effect expires immediately afterwards.
Yes, so that would be... Actually, I have 20 feet, so I just stumble over the bird.
I roll 28 on the attack of opportunity as this thing tries to hit you on the way off.
Yeah, then I would hit.
13 plus 15. And that's 12 damage on your way off. He doesn't like that you just ran away. How is this? Olaf, are you fine mentally?
Yes, he rolled a 27.
I'm just going to roll for the Manticore already so that you can sort of guesstimate what's going on. Oh, that's great. That's fucking hilarious. The Manticore, one of the Manticores, the one that hadn't made a save, is turning around in the air to flee as far away as it can from the mouther.
Olaf will drop his crossbow and run over here, whip out his little axe, and make a attack with it.
Hey, it just wanted to get a snack. I gotta say, it's very impressive that you rolled a 28.
Oh, that was to make sure it worked or not worked.
Unfortunately, that's a miss. Its AC is 19.
Okay, misses.
I mean, even though it's like firmly holding on to Ermis's clothes. Matthias! What do?
I think I will shoot the Manticore directly in front of my token.
Criminal.
I forgot that Digi has a dog. The dog couldn't probably do anything.
Yay! First attack, always hitting.
So who are you shooting again? The Manticore or the... It's just...
The one directly in front of me.
the one that's fleeing. Ow!
Yeah, why not? No one runs away in this battle.
Except for me, apparently.
Well, you might say that he's not going to run away, but he's going to do one of those fancy tail turning things where he goes whoop, whoop. Whoop. It's just going to scoot on out of here. See ya, buckos. How many rounds does he affect it? D6. Provide me with answers. 2 rounds, so next turn he's still completely out of it. The other one, what makes sense? You know what? It swoops on in and tries to grab your pal, Ermis, and the Manticore. Both take off into the air.
What the fuck?
As he is hanging from a Manticore, and a gibbering mouther is holding on to him.
What the hell?
Ermis yells something about being kidnapped. Ermis.
Poor Ermis.
What do you have in your hands? In your little baby hands? Well, first you need to make a concentration check, because he's... Hell yeah. Show me that shocking grasp. It wouldn't be too hard to hit someone who's on your back, right? That shouldn't be too hard to hit. You can do this, Ermis. I believe in you. Well, that hits. Congratulations, Ermis. 5d6. Thank you. Wow. What a champ. Slapping that thing up top him.
Try falling into the water.
I don't think concealment really applies when someone is physically holding onto you. Even while being held, he manages to slap the thing that's holding on to him. What a champ. DG, was summoning something?
Yes, a giant crocodile. Right in the middle of somewhere here.
There he is.
Nice. I'm going to need the access to the sheet. Unless it just waddles over here. Oh, excuse me, can't move it. Waddles over to this
Here.
little fellow.
Sheet's available. Use it.
Yes. Let's do it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Waddles over and attacks. I assume it has reach. So that would be the full round attack.
Actually, I could just take a 5-foot step since it has swimming speed and all.
Yep. So that would include the bite and the tail, I think.
Actually, let me just look real fast at this. Actually, it's a bite or the tail, yes.
Or bite or the tail. Well, there's always the bigger fish that bites the razor fiend.
Bite him right in the tuchus.
Yes.
That's a miss.
Wow. Yes, that is a miss.
That is a miss. I said. Game. I know that I haven't said his initiative. DG still has her turn. Everything that comes with it.
Yes. Let's see. There is. Gosh, they had that one fancy ring that allows them to do the thing. Where is it?
I'll be careful trying to sprinkle something in lightning dust while it's holding on to someone.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm not going to target them. Stormfire ring. There we go. Will it reach the Razor Fiend?
It's Fairy Fire, right?
No, it's not Fairy Fire. It's literally the ring.
Yes, the ring uses the spell effect Fairy Fire as a basis.
Yes.
Yidingo.
Yes.
It's long range. You can do it.
All right, fair enough. In that case,
1d6 electricity damage, please.
Sure. 5.
Cool. The Mouther.
And I suppose the dog can latch onto the Mother since it's only 5
Yeah,
meters
go
in the
nuts.
air.
Go ahead.
Yep. Hold on. Harlow sheet. There we go. Still can't move it, but I can do the bite. No, I can't do the bite. It won't let me click. Same as with DG's spells.
Give me 5 seconds because I think you're not set to own Harlow yet.
Yep.
You should now be able to click it.
Okay, let me close it, reopen it, and then try to do it. Nope. Still the same thing. Fair enough. Does not actually
Miss.
hit. Yes.
The Gibbering Mouther is going to swallow whole. The Gibbering Mouther can attempt to swallow a grappled opponent of medium size or small, making a successful grapple check. It doesn't actually swallow them. It engulfs them in its amorphous form, but the effect is the same. Once inside, it can use the Blood Drain ability. A swallowed creature can cut its way out by doing 5 points of damage to Gibbering Mouther. Nice.
Holy fucking shit.
Is it really just 3? Yeah. It really is just 3. Ermis, you're better at grappling than this giant pile of flesh. Blood Drain. A swallowed opponent automatically takes 1d4 constitution damage.
What the fuck?
Ermis feels the ouchies. Is there no easy place to enter constitution damage? How funky. How funky.
There is.
Oh yeah, wrong page. I'm just not used to this. There. Ermis takes a massive hit point blow as he sinks away into eatenness. The Razor Fiend has no fucking clue what's going on. Considering that there's a crocodile trying to bite it in the butt. And let's not forget the fact that the wizard just got turned into a big blob.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to prioritize this big crocodile who can keep up with him in the water. 3 attacks for the croc. That is a 20, a 16, oh, that's an automatic failure, and a 19. Hits the croc twice.
All 3 hit. Actually,
The first attack is 16. The second attack is 11.
Ah, gotcha. In that case, only twice.
27. Your turn, Argus.
Yep. Minus 27. That would leave it with 32 hit points.
Your turn, Argus.
Yep. Well, the effect has ended, so I'm going to step over here, and I assume I enter the effect again.
No, you're good.
Or, okay, fair enough. In that case, I am going to attack it immediately in the back. I would like to think this counts as flanking. Would be that, no.
Well, it does count as flanking, but its armor class is 19.
Yeah.
Ooloof. It's eating your dang wizard.
Let go of my wizard.
Cut him open.
One of them hits.
Any damage resistance on this fine gentleman? None at all. Oh, it has damage resistance 5, bludgeoning.
Well, I'm doing slashing and fire.
Oh yeah, we had the same issue when we were fighting it in the Dwarven Underground City with a forge. Remember? Had another Gibbering Mother there. Had the same bludgeoning resistance thing.
Luckily, I'm not doing bludgeoning damage.
Flyus.
Yes.
The thing loosens its grip for it's getting cut. What do you do?
McFly.
He's at melee range, is he?
If you take a 5-foot step, the man.
Yeah.
Right?
The Manticore is 20 feet up.
Oh, never mind.
Fuck that shit. Get shot at, bitch.
But the Mother is within 5 feet off the ground, and they're all like hanging vertically, so they're. Under
Yeah, you can totally go for the Mouther.
Fuck it.
Wants to shoot some bows. Never mind.
Die, bastard.
Should be in range for a full attack, I think.
The
What
Mouther
the
has.
fuck?
Oh, he's not. Not. He
Piece of shit. Ones.
was 20 feet away from the.
Oh, dang it.
This Manticore is still in a bad place. Let's see what he's going to
It's all
do.
good in the hood. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
81. He attacks
I've
the nearest.
missed 3 times. It happens.
Scared action.
I blame the meal we had in the morning. It was shit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He forgot the salt again.
This Manticore has what it came for. So, flat. Man, that thing's heavy. Flat. Ermus, your knife skills have never been great, but maybe today you gotta make it count.
Oh shit.
The gibbering mouther lands with a splash in the water. As Ermus manages to cut himself free after good old Olaf happened to soften him up a little bit. Thanks, Olaf.
Doing my part.
He's still held on to, though. He's like, ah! DG! The mouther looks deliciously at her.
Well, first and foremost, continuing the electric spell. So 1d6. Gotcha. Then direct. Well, I can't really direct Harlow anywhere. But I suppose I can direct them to the gibbering mouther that is now in the water.
Zox jumps into the
So
water
that's-
with a splash.
Yep. There's going to be that. Still can't roll for it. Could you roll a bite for me, please? There we go.
If only Ermus was on the ground, that would be flanking.
Yes. Does that hit or does that not hit?
No. Your crocodile
Alright.
can still do stuff.
Yes. And they will do exactly that. They're going to bite the fiend. And that counts as
Bite
flanking,
his
so
butt
there's that.
off.
What the fuck?
That
That's
damn
the end of my
breakfast, I'm telling you.
Bruh, not rolling good today.
That's the end of my turn. Yeah.
There goes the wizard.
No, this is for Harlow.
Mm-hmm.
Harlow's armor class is 20, so only the critical hits. Time for grapples. It really gets those grapples by virtue of getting 1,000 of them. So Harlow just takes 1 point of ouchie damage as a little nibble gets taken out of it. Human mouths are bad for biting. The green spawn razor.
We can resummon the dog, but we can't really resummon the wizard, so...
The green spawn razor has this moment where it's like... and it spits out a human hand? Gross! Don't eat people.
Can I have some?
It's, you know what? Argus, it's gonna move a little bit.
Yes.
It steps on over to here. It will provoke attack opportunity from you and the crocodile along the way.
Okay, fair enough. Here's the attack from me. Nope. And here's the attack from the crocodile. Maybe this will hit finally.
That hits.
There we go.
But it's it makes a 28 attack roll against you. Man, I realized how to roll those good numbers today.
Yeah, that hit.
It does 11 damage to you. And then you watch it, you see its hind leg kick at the ground as it's trying to dig up this rusty iron coffer. It looks like it's going to leave soon. What do you do, Argus? It hisses at you and it's like, don't get any closer, I'll melt you and I'll make a snack out of you.
Well, to be fair, I am at 4 hit points, so I'm going to take the hint and just cast a healing spell on myself. So
wow, that worked amazing. I'm so proud of myself. Does he have reach? Can he reach you from here? Where's your reach? Why is not? Normally they write that stuff.
They have the reach, and if I see that they have the reach, I'm going to step back first. Like
okay, cool, gotcha. Everything cool.
And then I'm gonna cast the spell. Gosh, there we go.
There's something that I'm looking for, which is very important for right now. Marvelous. You heal. Olaf. They're still flying off with your wizard who's like, wah!
Yeah, no one wants to fight a dwarf.
Yeah. So what? So the Manticore has the Mouther gripped, and the Mouther
no.
him gripped.
That was a moment ago. The Mouther was latching and had consumed Ermis, who was held by the Manticore. But now it's just the Manticore and Ermis.
Okay.
Let you go, my wizard.
Just huck an axe at him. I'll teach him.
Oh, nice. Now the Manticore is flying away with the wizard and with the good axe.
Another nat one.
Well, yeah, you hit him with a little ouchie.
Think.
You know what? It was gonna just fly away at full speed, but now I can tell that it's like tempted to throw some spice at you.
Yeah, bring it.
Hell yeah. Better shoot it down now.
Nice.
Well, you do hit it for 5. You can tell that it probably won't be staying in the air for much longer at this rate. This one
Damn right.
swooshes down towards local yonder fiend, getting on the ground, actually. It lands completely and sort of waits for the fiend to finish digging up so they can leave. The other one, you know what, Olaf, you asked for it. You and that man next to you, you asked for it. Where is this spikeful attack? Oh, I don't have any. I gotta pull this one out of my tuchus. Here you go, spikes. How does this work? None mentioned. Fantastic. Hate it. Love it. Fantastic. Man.
Last time it has 24 spikes and it shoots 6 of them.
It shoots 6 of them at once, yes, but the problem is that I have no registered attack for this, and I haven't fixed that because I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay.
Alright. How does this work if I do it like this? Can I just expand and see them all? Okay, cool. So each of those is made with a +8. First 3 on Olaf, second 3 on Matthias. I need to roll to confirm, actually.
Nope.
Okay, it's 19 to 20. Olaf, you were hit once, +8, so that's Matthias 23. Matthias is hit 2 times. Olaf is hit. Actually, I think Olaf is only hit once. by that crit.
Yep.
What a master. Olaf takes this. Matthias takes 10. Ow. He took out the worst of it. And anything else with doesn't have it till... Nope. None else. That's it. It then takes its 50 feet of flying action. Whoosh. Hermes is blindness wears off. My eyes. Hermes realizes that if he gets too much friskier right now, there's a good chance he's going to fall to his death. That's bad. I knew I should have prepared Featherfall.
Well,
Oh, he does have Featherfall. Oh, you smart little boy.
Inertia would.
I mean, he could land into the trees. Yes, thank you. I mean, he doesn't like where he is right now. Wait. Who can forget the best spell? Grease. Oh, you snarky little boy.
Kind of grease himself.
He's gonna become a greasy boy. Slip.
Grease and feather doesn't match, but fair enough.
He gets that extra +10 escape.
Actually, he's gonna fail because he's grappled, and thus he needs to make a concentration check, which he just plubbed. Poor greasy boy. Let's see. Grapple. Grapple is 20. Whoops. He's wiggling his little feet. He's like, eh, DG, why don't you have Earthbind?
They might actually. Let me check.
We're talking about this.
Is Earthbind even a thing in this version?
Might be.
It might be.
I'm gonna look it up.
I am completely.
It's a fun spell. Just say you can't fly anymore. Haha, got him.
Let me double check the. Gosh.
Give me 5 seconds and I'll crack open the spell compendium.
Sure. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Spell Compendium, page 76.
Oh, so it's a fresh new spell.
There is no Earthbind that I see in the Druid spell list.
No.
Oh yeah, let's see. You can cast it.
Here she is, Earthbind. Druid 2.
Druid 2, yeah.
Well, you know what? I'll say that since she is a druid, and heck, the circumstances are quite necessitating it. If you want to, she can spend a second level slot to cast Earthbind.
Let's do that. Let's crush this bird.
Fortitude negates.
In that case, that's her action. And I assume
Yep,
it's
Fortitude negates.
Alright, well, the next actions are going to be the alligator. Optimistic alligator. That's funny.
The big
it's
smile.
Going to try, yes, it's going to try and knock the CD over with a tail attack. Maybe they'll have a little bit more luck with us. Nope.
Unfortunately, its armor class is 19, which is not 17.
19, yes. And then Harlow will attack the mother, but again, I can't roll for it for some reason.
Doesn't Arlo have, like, multiple now? No, there are things like partial.
I don't think not at this level yet.
Stop biting at the goo! You can't just go around biting at the goo, Puppo. Does nothing. The goo does nothing! It's just wiggling!
Yes.
Argus, your crocodile gets an attack of opportunity against him, because he is taking that chest out and climbing on that big old manticore.
There we go.
That is a solid blow, thank you. Ow! My me! I need that to live. Hup.
No, you don't.
Urgus.
I'm going to charge over here. I'm going to chuck a fucking javelin at the manticore. Shoot it out the sky if I can help it.
Get down here, you mother clucker.
But I care about the wizard.
Aww, how cute. Show me the goods.
Yep, let's try this. I suppose charging will do anything. Well, charging, quote unquote. Nope, that just goes
The
wide.
gods have decided that you are going to be down one wizard soon.
Yep.
Olaf.
Olaf, are you with us?
Olaf is
Oh,
angry.
hell yeah. Yeah, he is.
I don't know who he's shooting in the butt, but it sure hurts. Ow!
I'm
Probably-
shooting the
probably Manticore.
the Manticore.
15 hit points left. I don't like your odds. Matthias.
Oh, I gotta finish you off.
You never will.
Nope.
Man, if only that second one had hit. It's down to 4. Ooh.
He's got a longbow. Still be within this. I mean,
Argus, attack
Where's
of
our longbow?
opportunity on the Manticore, on your crocodile.
Gotcha. Hold on.
Thing has a 20 fucking 1 grappling modifier. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at this. This thing could grab it. It could always just grab onto Hermes and drag him into the water. Anyways, like, see you later, suckers.
Yes.
Flippity flap, break mother's back. That's how the saying goes.
Yes.
Full speed away. Oh, actually,
Yeah,
no, it's not gonna.
bye.
You know what? It's not gonna move full speed. Hermes is being a bit problematic. So it's gonna move the 50 feet. It can. And then it's gonna squeeze the little wizard. Stop being such a jerk. Squeeze. Hermes is still alive. What a fucking
1
champ.
hit point.
Yeah, it's 4 and 1 hit point on these two bozos.
Yeah.
Hermes, if you've ever considered casting... Hermes, don't tell me you're going to cast Burning Hands. Okay. Well, you're not. Congratulations. You should have just used the knife, man. You could have done 4 damage. You could have done 4 damage. DG.
Let's see. Do I have an actual attack spell here?
There's Call Lightning.
Oh, lightning. Yeah, doesn't have enough range.
Dude, it literally has a range of 170 feet, dude.
Yeah. In that case, it's gonna go on the Manticore. Will it also hit Hermes though?
We'll see about that.
Sure. While I'm shooting this thing out of the sky. Call lightning.
That's the risk you're going to have to take. There's a 50-50 shot that it'll get hit.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to survive this as long as the... Yep.
Yeah. and
Okay.
It won't let me roll.
Just
Oh, well.
slash
It's
3d6,
3d6,
man.
yeah.
Just slash 3d6. The Manticore is officially in negative hit points. 1 away from dying, which it's going to take all the way down, thank you.
Yeah. So's those Amorous though.
The
Yeah,
Manticore
Hermes
is
has first
definitely dead as it crashes into the wall. Hermes, on the other hand, might get a bit luckier. How lucky do you think he is? Is he going to land in the water?
Let's
Like
roll
to
that
think he will.
percentile and let's find out.
Sure. What do we think? What odds do you think? High, low, medium, moderate?
I'll say high.
I got a 32, which is pretty lucky, considering you want to roll under. Cool. Wizard, you gain the benefits of falling in the water. Let's hope that works out for you. Wow, he rolled pretty low on this. That being said, I don't think he's very graceful, so you do hear this as he spins into the water.
go fish out a dead wizard.
I need to look up exactly how falling damage interacts with water. But I think it's fine. I think he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Falling into water. Let's see. If the water's at least 10 foot deep, the first 20 feet do no damage. Oh! The next do non-lethal damage. He takes 1 non-lethal damage. I think he's just unconscious at this point.
Yeah.
You poor schmuck. Oh, you poor schmuck. The gibbering mouther decides that you guys are not worth the trouble. This dog is just impossible to eat, and it just slinks away into the swamplands. Unless you particularly want to chase it, it just vanishes between all these reeds since it can sink underneath with ease. Does this guy even have a range attack? Can he even do like a little spite attack on his way out? No, he can't. I mean, if he really wanted, he could throw his little weapon at you, Argus, but there's nothing he can do. He can just yell at you.
Fucking try me, bitch.
This is what you get for messing with us.
Eat a bag of dicks.
You want to throw a bag of dicks at him?
I don't have a bag of dicks. We've been cutting ears, not dicks.
You have a turn. We want to spend it?
Well, since he's being a prick, as I'm moving towards where Hermes landed, I'm just gonna chuck another javelin at him.
His mount is
See
the
if I
easier
can-
target, and also...
What's the range on
See,
your
maybe
javelin?
I can. It should be 30.
30
so
to
that'll
300,
be
it
like
says.
with increments.
But it's all right, don't worry.
Yeah.
That hits. Who are you hitting? The big guy or the manticore?
I'm hitting the box that he's carrying and trying to knock it out.
You know, that's fair enough. In that case, just give me some strength.
Sure. Just straight up strength.
Just straight up strength. Because you're trying to knock it out of his hand. He rolled... Oh man, he's got a +6 modifier, really? Ooh. He rolled a 17. I rolled an 11. He has +6. The box is knocked out of his hand and splashes into the water. Yeah, that's not going to haunt you later. Olaf. Vanishes off the map, thank you.
My wizard!
Full run action.
Unless you want to take any particular actions against the big flying thing or the gibbering mother.
No, I'm running to the wizard.
Then the combat is over.
Oh, he's still breathing.
First things first. First things first is I'm gonna use... There we go. I don't know why the icon is missing, but it's missing.
I personally appreciate the mental image of you rolling the wizard over.
Yes.
And he just has this little water spout coming out of his mouth.
No, I would roll him on the side. You don't want people on the back if they fell
He
into
heals
the
to
water.
full.
What did I tell you about staying in the back?
Well, he defends himself by claiming that you didn't pull him back.
Well, no, I tell you, and if you don't do it, this is the result. You
As you're-
almost got eaten twice.
As you're having this fun
Well-
conversation and this heart-touching
Yes.
moment, you are unfortunately interrupted by the arrival of some individuals.
Giant crocodile.
No, not the giant crocodile. He'll vanish in a few turns.
Yeah, that's the DGs. What I wanted to do is
Mhm.
pull him over and like pat Hermes with an alligator. With a crocodile.
The alligator tries its best to perform the pattings of the pattings.
Yes, and then disappears.
After a few minutes, during which you can give Hermes a stern talking to, and patch him up a
No,
little
he
bit.
did good. He survived.
It's more than he can say off. After a few minutes, you hear a strange rush of wind and see soaring overhead 5 giant owls, like the ones that lie dead in the clearing. Each one has a rider, a dark-haired elf wearing leather armor, dyed green and brown to match the colors of the marsh. They circle the area twice, and then alight next to the slain owl. They study you with narrowed eyes from their little island. And one of them speaks. Who are you? Mind explaining yourself, strangers?
Goblin slayers.
Olaf just,
Oh yeah, while all that is
Olaf
happening,
just
I
grunts
would like
and
to
looks
go...
up at him.
By the way, I got a picture of this guy, and it's got all the makings you need to appreciate him. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
It looked pretty. Handsome.
Elf.
Yes. Well, I mean, I suppose, yeah, that's reasonable. They look reasonably well for an elf. While all of that is happening, and after Hermes is established as alive, I'm going to go around and pick up the throwing sticks.
You recover the ammunition you can.
Yes.
And probably also that box.
And the box, too, I drag it over here where the elf landed, and I just kind of plop it on the ground for the time being, sit on top of it.
Cool.
Because I'm half dead.
Let's take a look. See all the stuff I need to know about this conversation again. This guy doesn't seem too happy to see you. The best you can glance from
Oh,
his
yeah.
However, once he sees the fact that you have a lizard folk among you who are common to this area, his expression turns a bit more mixed. Kind of a frown, but also like kind of familiar. Like, oh, lizard folk, they're from around here.
I'm just visiting my grandma.
Okay, we're gonna assume that at this point, DG has like a lovely heartwarming moment where she's like, "Namaste."
Yes, that would be perfect.
Please
I suppose I'm going to drag everybody.
smooch on the lips.
Yes, Matthias, come over with us, please. Ugh.
Roll the dice favor her today. Holy shit, they do.
Holy shit.
The individual is cold at first, to the point that he doesn't even introduce himself in any way, shape, or form. But it seems that DG's loving talk of trees and everything that makes Olaf presumably just grunt.
Yeah.
Exactly. Eventually, they warm up a little bit and decide to introduce themselves as Killier Arrowswift, a local of the Tiri-Kitor tribe.
That's a badass name.
It certainly is. So you claim to be travelers. What brings you to this place? There is little to find here in terms of treasure.
Olaf, would you like to tell them the plan, or should I?
I don't think all of us
Okay,
have talked
so, all right, fair enough. In that case, I'm going to bring them up to speed in the absence of DG. We are looking to procure transportation because there is basically an avalanche of goblins and hobgoblins, and we could use some help because they're going to burn the whole area down.
I see.
We're trying to delay the army as much as possible, and fast movement speed would be very beneficial for that.
After a moment, his little goons, since they're not a threat, they loosen up a little bit, and they take they take a look at the owl. They remove from it a Jaden band, and the gentleman you are talking to grows a bit sullen. So you are here to drive off the goblins? There are many in a town to the north, the old town of Rhest. They are doing things there with a dragon in their tow. In fact, he'll tell you a little bit more, since apparently you're so interested in getting yourself killed. They've recently set the local lizard folk population to their side, using the dragon's presence as a diplomatic tool. Wink, wink, not judge.
Oh yeah.
And they've turned an old, important-looking building, which is the town hall of yonder yesteryear, to their cause. He's not sure what they're doing there, but they have large ogres there, multi-headed giants, a bunch of those green things that you saw. They caught on their way down, as well as goblins and hobgoblins. Whatever they're doing there, it's funny business. And one of their more powerful druids claims to have sensed a great, immaculate evil within there. As in, well, specifically an object of incredible evil.
Is it similar to the forge we found? I'm going to describe it.
The what we found?
Remember the forge that we found? Is it in a way similar to that? Because you said object.
No. It's a.
We're looking for some. Yeah?
It's an object of incredible evil necromantic energies. That
any connection to that ghost person? Gosh, the name eludes me.
Irma says that it might be a phylactery. If it's the phylactery, that'd be kind of weird, because liches have them on themselves and protect them with the greatest effort. So, but liches, phylacteries are immensely evil and powerful objects.
True.
That aside, Irmus, who, by the way, I would like to point out that after all that eating and cutting and acid spitting, he does look very shabby.
Well, that's true. I'll patch him up.
Also the mud.
I assume healing roll would be appropriate here to just treat the burns and whatnot.
Still.
Is his eyesight fine, by the way? Because he got hit with acid in the eyes.
That'll heal. Especially with a spell.
Too bad he didn't pick up prestidigitation.
Oh, no.
Does he have prestidigitation? Of course he does. It probably does. I mean, every wizard starts with all cantrips.
Yeah.
You'll have to prepare it, though, because I don't prepare his cantrips. I don't want to.
No, I don't suppose I know how to treat any of this, but at least I don't make it.
You know that you can clear it out if you had some boiled water, like clean water.
Yes. Well, I do have a water skin on me, so I suppose that would work.
So, you mentioned a whole bunch of goblins were going to burn everything down. He wants to come back to that. He wonders. He wants to know if you think they're going to be a threat to the Tiri-Kitor.
Would like to point towards
This
Olaf,
point,
like back in
Olaf will finally chime in. I'll be like,
Yeah, they're going to be a whole threat to the area.
I'll pull out the map. roll it out. He won't hand it over, but like you know, do that thing where he's holding.
Hold
Yeah.
it open.
Unfortunately, it seems that Killier is not too impressed by this map since it doesn't specifically make mention of their particular locations. Just like, nah, I don't care.
Good point.
Well, they do go around and on the way. Also, you know, does peat burn?
What?
Peat fires are fucking nasty. Peat fires are fucking nasty.
Why are you asking about peat fires?
I'm not asking. I'm just saying that burning down, peat is gonna burn.
Are you threatening
It's in a
this
sense
man?
like no, I'm just saying that the goblins are gonna burn it. It's like, well, they're not gonna burn down the swamp. It's like, well, the peat burns pretty well. In that sense.
That still counts as a threat in my book.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a veiled threat.
You're like, oh, you help us, or bad things will happen to you. Is a threat.
Yeah.
No,
Even
that's
if
not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. Is you said that they, yeah, sure.
Argus, you threaten them with something. It doesn't matter if you're the one doing it or not.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. While I'm washing out the face of the wizard.
By the way, are you a local lizard folk of the Black Fence? You would like to know that.
No, I'm not, but I'm visiting. Well, I suppose I can't really lie about that. I'm gonna say no, I am not. I am from. Gosh, what's the name of them? I don't have the map in front of me right now.
I'll pull up the map for you because we don't need to be on this map anyway.
Yeah. There is the swamp on the pre-campaign map that I would like to point towards.
This one?
It's loading. It's stuck at 70 for the time being.
Yeah, it's gonna take a moment because it's a big picture. It's big picture thinking.
It's the map of Faerun.
Oh yeah, it's the entire map of Faerun. I forgot.
Still at 80. It's gonna take a second.
Give it a moment.
Well, you know, you may not be on this fancy map, but they've been barricading, and you just said there's some dragon eggs.
There we go. That's the one.
Something.
Dragon eggs?
I don't know. Did not hear that.
There we go.
Super tired.
You mean this lake? Argus?
No. It was from the Mortic Swamp. Which
Oh,
is
the Mortic
over
Swamp.
here.
Yeah, that's all the way over there. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how I ended up in Earthheart in the first place, because it was relatively close.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. Well,
I have no reason to like
since
it,
it's
though.
late in the day, and you are in the middle of nowhere, and judging by the fact that there's gibbering mouthers slithering away, he would...
Do the elves live in the Witchwood? Where they're from?
No, they actually just live in the Blackfens. They have a large tree
they
forest
live in the
nearby.
swamp.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They live a distance away from where the lizard folk hang out, though, so don't worry about that.
Where's Old Rest?
He will
On this
tell you.
map, is it?
Well, first, he would like to... You know what? Since you didn't kill that green razor person, man, he's going to make you an offer, since you seem like good sports. Or at the very least, Digi will not shut up about what good sports you are. He's willing to make you an offer. He'll take you over to where they live, which will give you access to a place to stay. And maybe you can talk to his leader. Maybe his leader's more receptive to this. He doesn't really care too much, but he's like, listen, if you're so insistent on this stuff, fine. Let's see, I just need to get the name on this. He'll take you to Cerelia Starsinger.
1 second, I'm getting a phone call. Gotta pick it up.
So you can plead your case. But he wants you to do something. He wants you to go after that green razor and kill it. Because he can't find the corpse of the person he's looking for, and he wonders if that thing ate him. Especially since one of his dudes found a hand on the ground, half-eaten.
Hey, what? You want us to chase flying thing?
Mm-hmm. If you can find Lanakar's ring and return it to us,
Sorry about that. I'm back.
we will provide you aid, and we'll give you a chance to talk to our leader. If not, I will gladly just point you in the direction of Old Rest, and you can make your way.
Alright, fair enough. One question, though.
Yes.
Is it possible for us to lead the barge closer to where, to that place of, to their base of operations?
Wait, what do you want?
The barge. I don't want to leave the barge with a carriage with the gold unattended. in the
Oh,
middle
they're
of
not letting
nowhere.
you
I
anywhere
want-
near their base unless you're willing to cooperate. They live in isolation, and they would like to keep it that way.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if they don't want to let us in, is it possible for us to just kind of hang out in the middle of the lake, like drop an anchor or something?
Probably. If
Maybe-
you really want to, you can probably take care of it. Yes.
Well, okay, fair enough. But because I had to pick up a phone call from family, they made us an offer. What was the offer? Retrieve some ring?
So
They want us to chase that flying wyvern in that green scaly thing.
the green scaly the giant owl corpse apparently belonged to a person called Lanakar. That's his owl.
Huh?
They found out about a J band. He had a ring, and his body is not here. So they presume that he either stole the ring or ate his body because they found this half-eaten hand. And they're like, listen, if you're so keen on helping us out, if you go kill
I'm
that
gonna-
motherfucker and get the ring back or the body, whatever, we'll consider you friends enough that we'll let you on over to our hometown so you can talk to our boss and maybe broker whatever you think's important to you. Because this guy is
Gotcha.
not the leader; he's just some dude who takes care of security around here.
Gotcha. That makes sense. The moment he mentions like the ring, Argus just stands up, waddles into the swamp, grabs that hand that was spit at them, and checks if there was a ring on it.
Unfortunately, there is no. What are you checking?
Well, the bastard spit out a hand explicitly.
That was the gibbering
when they
mather.
were fighting me.
No. That was the green, the razor fiend that spit it out. But it was the wrong hand
Yeah.
by the looks of it.
Oh,
Otherwise,
fair
he
enough.
wouldn't have
Well-
asked for it since they already found the hand.
Well, fair enough. They found the other hand then.
That's what I said.
Yes, and so I'm gonna bring them the second hand. It's like, hey, we're gonna piece them back together. Don't worry about it.
Well, you don't have the second hand, so you have to find it.
I don't. Well, I mean, it's in the swamp. He spit it at me.
Holy! He spat out one hand, the one you found. The other one is probably
Oh.
in his stomach.
Okay, fair enough. So that's the one. I thought they found it separately, and then that's the one that was in the swamp. That
Well,
was
you
the
never
second
told me
one.
you picked
Never
it up. Point is,
Well, I just said I waddled off into the swamp and picked it up. Yeah.
excuse me then. Let's get back to the important business. If you
Yeah,
if you
sure.
truly don't feel safe in this horrible swamp, he will leave 2 of his men behind to make sure that you're okay. Pat pat. But you know,
Walk through the swamp chasing some flying
mean,
wyvern.
very welcome.
as for where
can
that
carry it.
that creature went off to,
Yes.
it's probably going eastward towards the road. There's like a small road blockade set up around there.
Makes sense.
That
I
being
mean,
said,
we could probably still
from
see
what
the
he could see,
direction
from
we're
what
gonna
his
go.
from what his elven eyes could see, the manticore looked pretty injured. So who knows how far that thing's gonna fly before it's like, I'm tuckered.
Well, I suppose that's the plan. We're going to rest up, but then again, these things will probably rest up too. And then we're going to chase it down. and
Yeah,
kill
they
it.
don't
I
have a cleric.
mind.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They don't.
How about we leave it here for now?
Olaf.
Because I'm sure DG would have lots to say if they were here.
Yes. Yes. Fair enough.
Given that this is kind of their whole fucking thing, like the leader's a druid, I don't feel too good about going too much further. Because come on, man. It's like
That's
this-
fair enough. That's perfectly fine.
Leave it with
Yeah, we're gonna
Olaf
do it next week.
grumbling in the swamp.
I'm just gonna pick up Olaf and I was gonna carry him back to the boat.
Anyway, since you did that conversation as well as you could have without actually killing the creature, I'm gonna give you some bonus points for that. Let's
Well,
do
I
some-
would kill it if I could. Unfortunately, it was a little too strong for me.
Unfortunately, circumstances were a bit too harsh. If only they weren't, it would have been better. But that's life for you.
Oh, yeah, the box.
So I would like to point out, I've run this adventure before, and remember that other party? They were assholes during this whole conversation. They were cold and distant, and I had to push them in this direction to even consider being nice. Whereas you were like, hey, you know, shit sucks.
we're
You want to
being
be careful? Maybe?
We're trying to be reasonable people here.
I'm trying to be
In,
diplomatic.
in any case, I think it's fucking hilarious. Like this whole conversation is saying, going. It's like, well, they got eaten and blah blah blah. Argus just stands up, waddles off, brings back like a hand. It's like,
I
here you go.
imagine
We'll
the
piece them back
entire
together, don't worry
time
about it."
you're talking to him too, like Olaf's in the background, like just mumbling and like grumbling to himself. Like,
Just
Asking us to chase
Yes,
a
yeah, just
fucking
like-
wyvern.
like-
This guy's got fucking flying owls. I'm making me chase some flying fucking thing. Rawr.
I'd like to think he just stomps around and like his little sloshes all over the place.
Anyway, add this many experience points to your totals.
Oh gosh, that's a lot. Let's see.
It's not enough to level up. Although I think I'm
I
very.
am 675,
You know what you
85, excuse me.
you
close
you
to
you know what
the-
Enormous can get your level up. Get him nice and
Okay,
early.
nice. All right. Our total is 27,315
On
out
the
of
bumped boys, yes.
20,000.
Wait a moment. Wait a moment. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. He's a 7th level wizard.
What?
Oh no, wait, it's 8th level where he
Yeah.
gets 4th level spells. All he gets is some slots.
Let's see how many hit points he's gonna roll.
Oh
Is
wait,
it gonna
that's
be
sorcerer.
one.
Oh no, that's sorcerer. I'm looking at the wrong one. Let's take a lot of look-see. Oh, he should have 4th level slots already. What? You got him at 7th. Oh, yeah, he's wizard 6th. He's becoming 7th level wizard now. I'm stupid.
Yes.
Well, 4th level slots it is for Hermes. He can get fun spells like Shout, Wall of Fire or Ice, Resilient Sphere, Ice Storm, and Fire Shield. You can also just get straight up Scrying. Arcane Eye. Ooh, that one's amazing if you know what to do with it. Remove Curse. Oh, I can do that now. Yay. Black Tentacles, aka Please Don't. Dimension Door. Minor Creation. Secure Shelter. Solid Fog. Oh my. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. The solid fog is so thick that a creature attempts to move through it progresses at a speed of 5 feet. So he just makes a giant sponge. Big ol' pudding. Oh, that's
Nice.
great. You can also get Animate Dead, Bestow Curse, Enervation. That one's horrible, by the way. Dang, that one's terrifying. You shoot a bitch, and he takes 1d4 negative levels. That hurts. It's like a
Oh yeah,
minus
he
one.
has Constitution damage.
He'll be fine. He'll rest it up on the overnight. Because this just damage instead of drain. He needs to get his blood back.
Fair enough.
You can
Let's
also
see what
get
I at level
Polymorph.
5.
Ooh. Man, there are so many choices. I don't even know which one to pick. There's too many choices. Well, Argus, what is your
Yes.
levels looking like? Hey, you're a 5th level cleric.
Yes.
You know what that
Get
means.
3rd level spells.
And are there any ones that you've been particularly hoping to get?
I haven't thought about it just yet. I
Locate
didn't expect to
objects.
level up today.
Anime Dead.
Might be interesting. That would be good for the for finding the ring.
Actually,
That's
yes.
for sure.
That would actually.
Animate Dead absolutely would be a good thing because that way will allow me to actually recharge the stuff. And summon monsters and such. That's neat.
And you get a feat.
Also, because I'm
No,
very.
no, you don't get a feat. You get a ACI, right? At level 8. Is that 9?
Argus, here's an important spell that you should probably consider. It's Prayer. Prayer is annoying. Everyone
Yeah, I was
on
just
your side
looking at
gets
it.
a
It's
+1. Everyone else gets a
everything.
-1.
-1. Yeah, it's perfect.
It's so rude.
It is rude. I should probably learn some actual badass prayers that I have. I used to have some in the notes because I had a thing where
Anyway, I hope that
anyway,
DG shows up next time so we can have them talk with elves and druids.
Yeah. So
I
there's
hope so.
most likely I will not be here next weekend. I'll be out of state.
Oh
so.
yes, yes. Well, if DG
That's
doesn't
okay.
show, then we're just calling that session a wash. But hey, if not, if
Yeah.
they do, that's great.
We'll just
Yep.
we
You-
can do some side activities.
no. Control my character. How I'd react.
Yeah, but if DG
Kill-
doesn't show up, then we have nobody.
It's fair
Yeah, I
enough.
will channel my inner Olaf.
Oh, okay. Since we're telling schedules, I'll be good next week. And as far as my schedule, the next